Okay, well, good morning, everybody. And I guess we're going to straight up start this stream. So, what I'm going to be doing in this stream is just sketching up some things that I have going on in my sketchbook that I want to complete. And I'll be doing that in the mornings. And it'll just be kind of like getting myself moving and getting my ideas down and getting started for the day in a way. Sketches are a good thing for an artist to practice. It helps us, motivates us, drives us, pushes us. To use a sketchbook just to practice can go a long way. I don't ever look at a sketchbook and think, yeah, I'm going to make this whole entire sketchbook, every page, into an amazing piece of art. Like you might see on Pinterest and whatnot. You know, those sketchbooks that are painted on and they look nice. The aftermath is very, very, very beautiful and amazing, but that's just not what I intend to use for a sketchbook. It's just for practice and to learn about what you want to do and how you want to do it. And that's how I'm going to go about it. And I end up doing a lot of things that I use anyways. I love this hand. So it's over here 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'll probably be doing the videos at this time. That was one of my favorite pieces. So I have an idea for something that I might want to do on a big canvas. So my first thing to do is to sketch it up. Now I'm going to try to keep these videos short, or at least 30 to 40 minutes, because I'm not sure the type of content that's going to be on it. Well, no, I know the type of content that's going to be on it. It's going to be me doing my sketches, but I don't know how long it's going to take for me to complete a sketch. And on top of that, I don't know how I'm going to be verbally. I don't know if there's going to be moments where I'm more silent than other moments. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. I wouldn't want just like 5 minutes of complete silence on a live video. That'd just be weird. But for now, let's just see how things go, and we'll go from there. So right now, these are the characters that I've been drawing. And they're very, very, very fun to draw for me. Okay, so the idea I have for this drawing is like some type of being that's starting to transcend. It's just starting to transcend. And how I'm gonna depict that is, it's gonna be like floating basically in midair, or mid sky, or mid ocean, whatever I do with that. And I'm gonna have it so that the body's kind of like separated in a way, and it's like broken up. So here will be the arms. And also these sketches, I'm looking to practice them to get one other thing built, and that'll be a skill of speed drawing. Because I do know that I am a very slow drawer. And it's one thing to take your time, and that's okay. But it's another where, as I've been making videos, I'm looking back on them and noticing how much time I spent on drawing and how much of it seems to honestly be like a waste. So I can almost kind of remember like, oh man, I wasn't even thinking about anything, or I was thinking at that moment, and just so many things that I realize now could be improved upon just to make more better use of my time. And honestly, so far it's looking pretty cool. If you're an Advent artist, you know by now that drawing anything that you want from your head is never going to look the same way you want it to look on paper. And if you're a new artist, it can be discouraging because you feel like your drawings are shit and that other people's drawings are so amazing. Like, wow, how did they do such an amazing job at getting this image done and from their heads to the paper? Well, do a lot of sketching. Do a lot of sketching. Do a lot of references. Like, there's nothing wrong with looking at a reference in order to understand where is it that you want your, for example, landscapes to be, or how is it that you want your bodies from the characters that you're designing depicted. There's nothing wrong with these things, and they help you in the long run. So I'm trying to become a faster drawer, and I'm using my morning sketches as practice to do such. I felt like it'll also help me with when I do canvases and to help complete them in a much more quicker and efficient way. And I know that this is possible because me and my fiance the other day went to this place in Rapid City called Art Alley. And if you want, you should look it up. And I also will be posting a video of us completing some work there. But it's an open space in a way for people to create murals or spray painting. You have to get a permit. But as I was doing my my mural. I noticed how fast I was doing it and how big of a mural it was. And I didn't get everything done, but I got most everything done, except maybe some details and minor things, which I'm gonna go back and finish this Sunday. But I was honestly impressed by myself because I know that I'm a slow artist, but doing that was really, really quick, honestly. So it made me wonder if it was the pressure of having to complete it because it's not in my home. This wall, I can't take it home. I can't procrastinate it. I can't stall on it. And also maybe there was other people there that could have had an influential factor on me. But it's made me realize that I don't have to be a slow artist at home or in general. If I just motivate myself in the right direction, I can get things done faster, more efficiently. Okay, so as I'm drawing this, I want to tell you a little bit about what I'm envisioning. So what I'm envisioning for this drawing is someone who has again transcended their consciousness, but who is vibrating on a whole brand new level that they've never experienced before. I'm just wondering where I can go with this kind of idea, and I'm not sure. Part of me wants to do like, I saw an image yesterday of this body that was painted, but its limbs and body and skin were being like broken apart and oozed out in a way. I'm not sure exactly how to describe it, but I can draw it. So it looked something like this. And I'll do it in my own way. Yep, just like that. That's how I would do it. And it's interesting because for a long time I was doing these drawings, line drawings, that I was aspired to do by Peter Draws. Peter Draws, if you ever want to see some of my inspiration, go to Peter Draws YouTube channel account, and it's very amazing. Maybe I'll put a link in the description. Maybe I'll forget. I don't know. But for a while I was doing line drawings, and I've stopped them for a while. But I'm so glad I did do them because I can do stuff like this now on my drawings, and it goes with it. And it goes really good. And I would probably always do line drawings again. It's just I've been drawing these characters now, and I'm heavily involved with drawing them. And I might not stop for a while. But those line drawings, they definitely helped me. Nice. See, it's already looking really, really cool, honestly. Nice. And I might, when I do my actual, like, drawing of this, no, let me rephrase that. When I create this into an actual piece, what I'll be doing is, I'll probably make a print of it first, because that's what I usually do. Make prints of these things, and then decide if I want to actually make it into something else, if I want to keep it as just a print, or if I want to make it into something larger scale. And I'll have to just decide that later, because there's really no way for me to decide that right now. But I'm definitely going to make his head look like his body does. And I'm going to do this right here. To make it look even more so. Yep, that'll do it. I mean, yeah. This also makes me want to do something like this. Sickly, sickly, sickly. Honestly, damn. Now, what I was also thinking to do for the background was like vibrations or frequency. And there's already so much going on. I'm not sure that I honestly even need to do that anymore. But the idea was going to be something like this. It was going to be like, here's the vibrations. And etc., 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 just vibrations. So it might work. It might look okay, but because there's already so much going on with the character himself, and I can always extend his like skin basically coming apart and make it go over here and make his arms like, I can do this with his arms. I can make his arms look like it's actually, you know, oozing away. So I can always fill up the page with different like different things of that nature to fill it up more and more and more. So I might not need these lines here. But yeah, for the initial idea, of course, was, like I said, to make it look like he was vibrating. But this just makes it look like he's in water. But either way, it might work or it might not, and I'm not sure about that. But for right now, this is the image that I have. And that's one morning sketch, and because I did that so fast, I'm gonna do another one. Because I initially planned to do like a 30-minute video, and that was way less than what I expected, so I'm gonna go and do this one. This is a pre-made sketch. So this was from a reference that I got from this app that I have that teaches me yoga. And this reference is just somebody who's practicing their yoga. And I pre-made a whole bunch of references. You know, here's reference, and reference. And this image right here that I used was also from a reference photo that I had pre-made. And then of course, you know, I added my character. I added 4 limbs. I added the yin, the yang, lotuses in the back. And it didn't really take me much. Didn't really take me long to complete because the sketch, the body, all that was already pre-made, so I didn't really have to, go and find an image and then sketch it out. It's nice to have these things prepared and set up for you so that you can just go away and draw when you have the urge to, and then the desire to complete some drawings in a certain fashion. And I really learned that kind of trick from my fiance, who's is a much more organized artist than me. Let me just leave it at that. She's a much more organized artist than me. So I try to learn from her. She learns from me in that not everything has to be organized and orderly for it to be done. But here's my other sketch that I'm going to do today. This one is going to be more simple, but it's going to take longer, and I know that because what I'm doing with this one is I'm going to probably add landscaping background. That's going to be important in this one, whereas in the last drawing it wasn't the most important thing. And to be honest, I might not even finish this sketch because I want to keep it at 30 minutes, and it's already been 21 minutes so far. But if it gets done, it gets done. If it doesn't, then I will continue this sketch on a later video. Most likely I'll do it tomorrow, and I'll just continue doing my drawings like this in the morning. So in this one, there's a specific way that I wanted the hands in the meditative posture. This meditative posture is called Nadi Shuddhi. Nadi Shuddhi, if you couldn't hear. And it's essentially balancing the left and right hemisphere of the brain, or the masculine and feminine, or the positive and negative. But essentially it's just the two main component energy systems within the body that regulates the entire system of energy within yourself. And doing this meditation helps with the balancing of the self. And it's a very simple meditation. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, yes, this meditation, it makes you balance, it clears you, it does this, it does that. Well, no, I mean, I don't know that for sure. I'm very new to this. I'm not going to sit here and throw my ideologies, throw yoga down your throat. It's not what I'm here for. Most people nowadays know about yoga, but they don't know about yoga, if that makes any sense. They use yoga because it's a trend, which honestly, there's a lot worse things that they could be doing from trends. So it's still very, very nice that people are doing yoga, even if it is because of a trend and they don't really know what they're doing. But it would be much more amazing if people who are doing yoga know what they're doing. They read up on it. They understand where it comes from. They understand its importance. They understand what's even the relevance of doing yoga. See, that looks like crap. Well, Okay, that's better. That doesn't make me hold my breath. Okay. So my characters they're pretty, relatable in terms of like the anatomy of them. Meaning, yes, they look like a male or they look like a female. And that isn't exactly my intention in the beginning. I'm not trying to draw a female and I'm not trying to draw a male. But it is definitely what's relatable to the human mind. So I try to draw that because sometimes getting a certain type of emotion or idea across will be better done with imagery that is, in a way, known to people. If that makes sense. So here's a sketch of her. You know, what I'll be doing in the background is just some like simple, and honestly, if I do this one, I'm gonna probably make it into a smaller drawing or smaller painting just because it's a big one. It's like it's a lot of details that's gonna be going on, and I'll probably make it into a watercolor because I love watercolor. And there's just lily pads in the back. Lily pads. I feel like I'm missing something to draw in the lily pads, but I can't. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, that's what's gonna happen with my lily pad right now. So, in the back, it's just like these trees. Maybe a bush here. Bush here. Tree. Tree. And this kind of stuff is easier to do when you actually go in with watercolor. But I'm just gonna, because these things might change. It's just to get an idea of the landscape itself. Some people like to draw completely the landscape. I do not. But it gets gets the idea across. I do want to add like maybe some bamboo. Well, that doesn't look like bamboo. Probably it's because bamboo looks like this. There's a little better. I know how to draw bamboo, people. actually love drawing plants, just in general. And I feel like my world isn't a human world, so there's no reason why my plants have to be quote-unquote real plants. I can do as I please. I can do this if I wanted to. And actually I like this a little bit more because it feels more like me. Well, it feels more unique. Let's say that. It feels more abstract. And that's the kind of stuff that I like in my drawings. Realistic, but not real. So, abstract. It's an abstraction of reality. And yeah, I'll probably do something like this with the drawing when I go and do it. Most definitely. Okay. And then here, I don't know, it's just like a gravel area. Cool. And I think that we're done. We went over the 30 minutes just by 2 minutes. So it's a good timing. And I can honestly say that, yeah, I think we're done with this for today. And I don't know how to actually stop the video for sure. So I'm gonna guys later.